Hi friends and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello. My name's George Agambar and I'm a UK music producer. Today's video was requested by Lokesh Sani, I really hope I've said that right and I'm really sorry if I haven't, and it's all about vocal harmonies. I'm going to teach you how you can create a harmony line even with little to no music theory knowledge. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a while now. Because vocal harmonies can be tricky, we can spend a lifetime studying them. But not to worry, today we're going to keep things really simple and talk about the most commonly used harmonies. So make sure that you stay tuned and hit the subscribe button and notification bell for new videos every Wednesday.
And things will never be the same when I hear your name since you kissed me in the rain.
Vocal harmonies are notes that are sung simultaneously with the main melody, that are different notes to the melody. They are used as a songwriting technique to add emotional impact. We can use them to emphasise certain phrases, certain words, or certain sections of a song. For example, we can introduce more harmonies in the chorus for added impact. As technical as you can get when writing harmonies, we don't need a huge music theory knowledge to harmonise. And actually, some people don't need any at all. There are a few lucky people who are very musically inclined who can instantly hear harmonies and tell if they work. For example, if I played this simple scale and harmonised it, they'd be able to tell that this harmony sounds good and works. And that this one is jarring and not good. And they can do this without having to sit down and work out keys or notes. This is a skill that we can all develop and just comes with time and practice. If you can't hear if harmonies sound good just yet, don't worry. We're going to go through some simple tricks that either use no theory or basic theory that will allow us to create harmonies. There are 3 simple harmony techniques we can use that require next to no music theory knowledge. The first is octave doubling. This is when we sing the melody either an octave above or below where the original melody sits. If we're getting really technical and pedantic, this isn't technically a harmony, and that's because we're singing the same notes as the melody. But in the real world, it has the same effect as a harmony. Singing an octave above the main melody normally works best with a male main vocal, and that's because of where the notes generally tend to sit. It adds an airiness and lightness to the sound. Singing an octave below the main melody again works best when we have a female main vocal for the same reason, and this adds a depth and weight to the sound. Let's have a listen to some octave doubling. Here I've recorded a simple version of Happy Birthday that I can use to harmonise to. This is what it sounds like.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dee-dee-doo. Happy birthday to you.
We can either sing in the octave doubles if the singer has the range, or we can use a tool such as flex pitch or melodyne to create artificial harmonies. This is how you do it. You make a copy of your main vocal track and open up flex pitch. You can then select all these notes and simply drag them up by however much you like. So to create an octave higher, we're going to drag up all this melody line by an octave or 12 semitones. So here's the artificial higher octave double.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dee-dee-doo. Happy birthday to you.
And here's the higher octave double sung.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dee-dee-doo. Happy birthday to you.
The sung double does sound better, but we can't always record harmonies due to timing issues in the studio or the vocalist's range. For the example of a lower octave double, I've created an artificial harmony, as it was too low for me to sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, do. Happy birthday to you.
You can hear that this lower octave double adds a weight to the track that the higher octave didn't. A really great example of octave doubling used in popular music is Knocking on Heaven's Door by Guns N' Roses. The second is a repeated or pedal note, and to create this type of harmony we need the tiniest amount of knowledge. We just need to know what key the song is in. We then take the tonic of this key, or the key note, and sing just this note throughout our harmony. So if the song was in G major, our harmony would be sung on a G. If the song was in B flat minor, our harmony would be sung on a B flat. If it was in E major, our harmony would be sung on an E, and so on. Let's have a listen to this type of harmony. This version of Happy Birthday is in D major, so I've sung the harmony line on a D. Here it is.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, do. Happy birthday to you.
It is quite an effective harmony as it confirms the key of the song, but if I'm honest, I find it a little bit boring. Having said that it's a little boring, it has been really well used in some great songs. You can hear it at the beginning of Take a Chance on Me by ABBA. The third technique is what I like to call chord notes. For this harmony, we just need to know what the chord progression of the song is. We then take the root note of each chord, or the chord note, and follow the progression along. So for example, if our chord progression was D, A, B minor, G, we'd sing a D for the harmony line whilst the D chord played, we'd sing an A whilst the A chord played, we'd sing a B whilst the B minor chord played, and a G whilst the G major chord played. There are 3 chords in Happy Birthday, and so the harmony I've sung is using 3 notes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, do. Happy birthday to you.
I prefer this technique to the pedal harmony as it involves a bit more movement and excitement. This type of harmonisation is often used by barbershop quartets and close harmony groups. You can hear it in records such as Mr. Sandman by the Chordettes. So those are 3 simple, no theory solutions. Now let's have a look at some slightly more advanced but still accessible options. I'm guessing that the majority of us work with 3 main broad genres, and that's pop, country and rock. So let's have a look at how harmonies are used in each genre. All 3 use close harmonies, and this means that the harmony note is less than an octave away from the main melody. The most commonly used harmonic intervals are a third away from the main melody, a fourth away from the main melody, and a fifth away from the main melody. So, if our main melody was on a C, the third away would be an E, the fourth would be an F, and the fifth would be a G. Just for fun and to give you a feel for these harmonies, here's the chord progression for Happy Birthday with thirds. Now here it is with fourths in the chords. And finally, just the chord note or the root note and fifths. In pop music, harmonies tend to be based off thirds. This is because they help confirm the key of the song and sound bright and pleasant. You can hear them being used really well in Little Things by One Direction. In country music, harmonies tend to be based off fourths, which create a bit more suspension. This gives us that slightly miserable, typical folk song sound. It was quite hard to find an example of a country song with consecutive fourth harmonies in a row to really highlight the sound of the harmony. But if you listen to the backing vocals in Super Trooper by ABBA, this is quite a good example. In rock music, harmonies tend to be based off fifths. This is the dominant of the key. This means that we get really powerful and strong sounding harmonies. And the key remains ambiguous because there isn't the third in the music, which confirms the key. A really good example of harmonies using fifths is 8 Days a Week by the Beatles. I've done some vocal examples of each of these harmonies, so let's have a listen to them. Let's start with the thirds.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, do. Happy birthday to you.
It's a very common, typical, pleasant sounding harmony. Next, the fourths.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, do. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so this is slightly more clashing, but still a good sounding harmony. And finally, fifths.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, do. Happy birthday to you.
Again, a rather typical, pleasant, unproblematic harmony. So those are the 3 main harmonies. You really can't go wrong using any one of these. Just make sure that you take your main melody line and move the note up either by a third, fourth or fifth, and that becomes your harmony line. As we get more experienced writing harmonies and more comfortable with music theory, there are some more advanced techniques we can use. And these are things such as introducing sixths and suspensions into our harmonies, or maybe even writing multiple harmony lines. I'd be happy to make a video about some more advanced harmony techniques if that's something you'd like, so let me know down in the comments. Again, harmonies can be tricky. It is really easy to get bogged down with all the technical knowledge. But we need to remember that we can keep things simple. We don't need a huge amount of music theory to write a really good harmony line. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you found it useful and helpful. Let me know what you thought down in the comments and if there are any videos you'd like to see. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell for new videos every Wednesday, and I will see you again soon.